Substack is the greatest place to start a hobby newsletter. But there's a dark side that no one seems willing to talk about outside the platform. And today I'm going to change that once and for all. By the end of this video, you'll know all about a part of the Substack system that's widely praised as one of its best features. You'll find out what it is and how you're expected to use it, and the reason to never go there. And more importantly, I'll show you why other creators and gurus push it so hard, and what to do instead. You've seen the title. We're talking about the Substack Notes feature. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's useless. In fact, you can see here the exact moment when I started using it, a few months after beginning my first newsletter. Before I gave the Notes tool a try, my subscriber growth was slow. Once I started to become more visible there, things really seemed to take off. It's intended to be a great way to spread the word about your thoughts and ideas, and to put you in touch with fellow creators. But there's something you may not have spotted. This was back in 2024, 2 years ago, and things have changed. This next image shows that, once again, my growth seemed to have flattened out a bit. Here's the thing. These figures are from this year, in other words, a lot more relevant to you. But there is a new spike of growth, and I'm about to share what caused it. Before we look at what's going on, if you like this kind of calm, friendly approach, I go much deeper into starting writing in my weekly newsletter. It's where the real We're Writing on the Internet community lives. You can join us on Substack by going to writingontheinternet.com, and it's completely free. Let's get back to it. So yes, I changed my approach. But before I tell you what I did, I want to explain something in more detail. There's a dark side to using Substack Notes, and I don't want you to fall into the trap. Go to your main Substack feed and take a look at what's being said in Notes. And more importantly, look at who's saying it. These days I see more and more notes about notes, and it's getting tiring. The most common ones that fill my feed are always along the lines of, "Using Notes was the one big change I made that got my newsletter to grow." It's all getting very echo chambery. And honestly, my fellow writers and I are getting sick of it. It took me a while, but I realised what's going on. Many of the creators posting those types of notes are simply trying to sell you their expensive course on, well, how to write Substack Notes. Of course they are. And me? I found that my notes were getting less and less attention, less and less engagement. Almost none of my new readers and subscribers were coming to me through that channel. And that spike a few weeks ago, that's when I re-energized promoting my newsletter elsewhere. Not on Substack itself, and certainly not on Notes. That's the exact moment I reimagined my posting strategy on YouTube and Instagram, where my actual intended audience really hangs out, seeking guidance, looking for help. If you get caught in the Notes trap, look, you'll start to receive the same responses I keep spotting on there. This isn't what I came to Substack for. I don't want to read how to grow here posts. I want to read real writing from real writers. Notes can be a great way to share small thoughts and generous insights, but they're not guaranteed to grow your subscriber base the way some folk would have you believe. The danger of staying in the Notes echo chamber isn't just that you won't grow, it's that you'll lose your voice. You'll start writing for other writers instead of your hobby community, and that's when the joy of the craft starts to die. Instead, have a think about following a solid piece of advice that I ignored for far too long. Promote your newsletter where your audience actually is. Hobby forums, social media groups, your local meets in real life hobby club. Look, a vintage clock repair enthusiast isn't hanging out on Substack Notes looking for growth tips. They're probably on a decades-old forum, an obscure Facebook group or something. You already know where those real spaces are. Just don't fall into the echo chamber. It's hard to climb out. If this feels like the right direction, but you'd like a bit of help to start your own writing today, grab my free New Writer bundle. It gives you the exact frameworks I use every week, so you don't have to start from zero. It's designed to lower the friction and get you moving. The link's in the description, or go straight to free.writingontheinternet.com. Cheers.